Hello all, this is M Art again, and this time I'm going even further back in my learning how to draw process and working from Julia Aristides' basic drawing book called the Beginning Drawing Atelier, an Instructional Sketchbook. And here you can see I've got this really good looking greyhound dog, and we were just outlining the outside with really simple lines and then outlining the shadows once again with simple lines, no curves, nothing refined like that, just simplifying the figure and drawing the lines over top of it. Here also you see I'm trying out a still life. It ends up a little bit incorrect, even though I am trying my hardest to measure in this video, as you can see, with relative measurements, using my pencil from the original and transferring it over to the right side of the page, which is my drawing. And so feel free to leave in the comments the critique or anything that helps me out with improving this drawing. We don't need any "you're not good, blah blah blah" comments. We just need things that help us out and are productive and constructive criticisms. So what I'm doing with this still life, and I went to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, #1 public arts school in the country, but I didn't go for art. My roommate, though, freshman year, did go for art, and I remember in her figure drawing class, they actually started out drawing a similar still life like this, but they, instead of drawing shadows and everything, and I don't even think they did the block in, but they were told to draw the shadows by drawing lines in it was almost like one line and then a second line and then a third line to draw the roundness of the shape. But I kind of like Juliet Aristides' approach a little bit better, because my biggest struggle, and you can see it kind of develop here, is both measuring and transferring the correct proportions into my drawing. Shading, I don't really have a problem with that. I think that's actually always been my biggest strength, is creating a really nice quality shadow without having to worry too much about it blending or looking good. I've never been much of a crosshatcher. I've always skipped straight to shading. Maybe if I had started on being a better proportions drawer earlier when I was a kid, maybe I'd have more of that strength. But I always, especially as a kid or even in middle school, high school, used to always draw faces from imagination and never had a hard time with that. But when now in starting this YouTube channel, I realize that now if I want to draw an actual person, not somebody from my imagination, I struggle immensely with getting the right likeness, and that's partly because I struggle with this blocking in the shape, accurately portraying them, and also measuring the proportions correctly. So that's why I'm going even further back here into her basic drawing book to draw a still life, to try to get a little bit more familiar again with those proportions. And actually this would be a really good video for you guys to follow along with if you guys are learning. Just kind of pause the video and take a good guess on your page as to the proportions. You can even hold your pencil out in front of you for the measurements. You would just hold your arm straight to compare.